Hey everybody, this is Ryan with South Jersey Yak Fishing. Thanks once again for tuning in. This trip was a planned multi-species trip that did a little of everything except go according to plan. For starters, I showed up late to the fishing grounds and I missed the morning bite at the bridge. So after seeing the signs that the bite was not happening, I decided to go jigging for flounder. But when I returned to the bridge, I found that the sheep had shown up. And as soon as I caught my first one, I got chased off the water by some thunderstorms. And normally this would have ended my trip, but I took a look at the radar and decided to wait it out. And yeah, this turns out to be a very good decision, as this thunderstorm sparks one of the most intense multi-species bites I have ever experienced in a short period of time. Lots of fun in this one, super intense with a few twists and turns as well, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's get started. All right, so I don't know if what I'm looking at is actually what I think it is, but more often than not, when I arrive to start sheepsheading, if I see these kinds of marks, they're there. However, these don't look like fish marks to me. It looks like a bunch of riffraff or debris. But I do know when I pull up to this piling and I see the screen free of these marks, I usually don't get bites. And this has been consistent. Has anyone else noticed the same thing? I'm just wondering. Let me know in the comments section below. All right, looks like we're getting those half bites again. It should pick up soon, hopefully. I think the first one's coming. All right, so as I had said earlier, I did show up late and I saw those marks and I'm getting these half bites and I know they're there, but at this point I have to figure out if the bite's about to start or if it's just ending. So I kept fishing and I only showed up with like 12 to 15 fiddlers to begin with, and after losing most of them to fish I couldn't hook because they're half biting, I had figured out the bite had just ended. So before I left the bridge to start flounder fishing, I did manage to hook into a fish that I dropped, and I don't think it was a sheep's head. However, I'm pretty sure I knew what it was by the way it ran, and if I'm correct, we're going to see a couple more of these before the end of the trip. At this point, I had seen enough. I'm ready to leave and go look for some flounder. So as I said earlier, I was late getting up and I was late arriving at the bridge. Because of that, it made me late getting to the flounder grounds. I originally planned on having about an hour and a half to fish for flounder, and I ended up with about 45 minutes before slack tide. And to make matters worse, my first couple of drifts, I missed some fish. I did manage to finally hook up with one. Here he is. He's a short. Small. First flounder. It feels small. Yeah, he's small. All right, first flounder of the day. Looks like he's about 16, 17 tops maybe. Not big. Mouth looks kind of messed up. Looks like he's been hooked before. Yeah, 16. All right, 16-inch flounder, going home. Bye-bye. Well, better than nothing. At least it gets the skunk off the yak. Okay, so after a couple of more drifts with no bites and a couple of snags, I came upon slack tide. And instead of motoring around with my trolling motor trying to create my own drift, I had decided to go and catch some more crabs. And when I was finished, incoming tide had just begun. And on the first drop, before I even had a single camera turned on, this is what happened. All right, man, I just got this sheep. He's small. They've all been small lately. Wasn't ready for him. I didn't have the cameras rolling. Barely lip hooked. He's measuring about 15 1/4. We're gonna let him go. I'll wait to see if I can get a bigger one. All right. Nice little sheep going home. Bye-bye. Whew. All right, it's one. All right, so the bite was pretty much just a half bite this morning, but the other side of slack, tide just turned and they are here. So caught one, missed two, dropped, just dropped one. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I am hearing a discussion that's taking place around me amongst other boaters that are flounder fishing, and they're talking about thunderstorms that are coming. And as I look up, I see 5 or 6 boats racing back from the back bay, trying to beat this storm to get back to the dock. So I decided, oh, it's time to go now. Let's get out of here. All right, so my father was a pretty cool guy. He used to say a lot of stuff back in the day. You know, the type of stuff that was annoying when you were a kid and you kind of learned to ignore. But as I got older, I learned to appreciate these sayings a lot more, especially after I had a kid. One thing he used to say to me is that, hey, would you please use your head for something other than a place to hang your hat? So I'm gonna do the common sense thing and get my butt off the water. And on my way back to the car, I will have words with 2 different boaters, and both of them are going to have 2 very different attitudes concerning the situation. Let's listen in and hear what they said. You guys watching the radar? Yeah, it's coming from that way. Thunderstorms. No, it's going to hit us.
We're out of here.
Yeah, me too. See you guys. You too.
You get that one little one.
Yeah, I missed a couple too. So the bite's turning on and now the storm's coming.
Little rain, that's all.
Yeah, it's a thunderstorm, bud.
Yeah.
Man, everybody else is racing their butts off the water. And these guys are putting on their rain slickers. They're gonna ride out this storm. My butt's going home. Or is it? I took a second look at the radar and thought, you know what, I can wait this out. So I sat in my car and I watched some YouTube and I kept an eye on my friends fishing in their slickers. I don't know if they were having any fun, but I didn't see them catch any fish. They also didn't get struck by lightning, so that's kind of good. I thought I'd be waiting for about an hour, but it took 2. But when I got back out there, man, it was clear to me that it was worth the wait. All right, so after waiting approximately 2 hours in the car, I'm about 2.5 hours into the incoming tide. And this is exactly the time that I want to be targeting these sheepshead. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. And aside from 2 pilings I'm going to make quick stops at, I'm pretty much going to head straight over to the piling I last caught a sheepshead on. And yeah, we're going to stay there a little while because it's going to be holding a lot of fish. Man, there's a sheep right at the bottom of this piling. I just waited out like, I don't know, a 2-hour rainstorm just so I could get to this point. And it's been dead the first 2 pilings that I checked, but this one's holding something. See if we can figure out what it is. Got him. Oh yeah. Nice. Is this my dinner fish? This is my dinner fish. That's nice. Cool, so they're still here. But they didn't leave. Let's see what we got here. There's another like 16 and a half here. I really want an 18 or a 19. Should I throw him back? Yeah. Let's let him go. All right, man. Nice size sheepshead. And we're gonna let this guy go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, dude. Woo! All right. And now at this point, this piling is going to be on fire for the next 45 minutes. It's just going to be fish after fish. Second one looks bigger. Let's see if he's my keeper. I want an 18 or a 19. It's perfect for the grill. Yeah, he's gonna be close. Yeah, it's looking good. Dinner fish? Oh yeah, dinner fish. 18 and a half. 18 and a quarter, perfect. All right, keep this one. And keep fishing. Okay, so I just finished putting my dinner fish in the bag, and currently I'm spot locked. I'm rebaiting my jig. I'm gonna pull up to this piling and drop down, but there's times that sheepsheading's a lot of waiting in between bites and searching pilings, and then there's other times where when you drop down, they're on it immediately and it's fish after fish, and that's kind of what's happening now. And I'm just gonna let this play out in real time. Watch how long this takes. Dude, this is turning out pretty good, man. It's like one after another right now. Hot bite. Hot bite. All right, let's give this one a measure. He's going back. I don't need another one. Calm down, calm down. That's 17. Ugh. I hope that goes back in. I don't know what to do about that. All right, nice sheepshead, 17 inches going back. Bye-bye. One interesting thing to note is that these are all shallow water fish. I think I'm fishing 7 to 10 feet in this case. I have never had a hot bite on this piling, and that's the reason that I search all of them when I show up to the bridge. Didn't even have to leave the piling for this one. He's small. Probably a 15er. Thinking. Nice 16. All right, another nice size sheep's head, man. I'll let this one go too. Bye-bye. He didn't waste no time. Okay, so sometimes when I'm doing this kind of fishing, I'll lift my jig up real high in a sweeping motion, and all I'm doing is trying to get up and over top of a rock or some piece of structure to get down on the other side of it. But every once in a while when I do that, it grabs the attention of a predator fish in the area, and they'll just slam that jig. You remember earlier when I dropped that fish, I said I didn't think it was a sheep's head? Well, this is what I think it was. Whoa, that was crazy. I don't know what this is, man. It's running now. It's crazy, dude. Oh, it's a striper. Nice. Get him back in the water as fast as possible. He's obviously too small to keep, and I'm not interested in keeping him anyway. He pretty much swallowed that almost. All right, he's been hooked before. You can see right in the top of his mouth. All right, nice size striper going home. Oh, look, he's got, what's wrong with his fins? He got chopped. Oh, he might have been hit by a propeller, it looks like. Bye-bye. Woo! That was a nice catch. Yeah, they're still there. That is a sheep's head scale. All right, I just missed him. All right, so this is getting kind of exciting. We have multiple species milling around down at the bottom of this piling. And at this point, it's anybody's guess as to what's going to come up next. It's another striper. I think because the stripers are around now, the sheep might have left. I don't know. Oh my God. What's with this guy? He's got a big mark on the side of him. Like bloody. Why are all these fish injured? Oh, yeah. That's messed up, man. This fish is a little bigger. Is this the same friggin' fish now? I was gonna say, man, it looks bigger. This one's 25-inch range. It's still small, it's gotta go back. I don't know what that wound's about. It's only one. So I think I recall reading something in an article somewhere in the past about some sort of a rash or a skin disease that these stripers can get. If anybody knows exactly what I was looking at there, let me know in the comment section below. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so this is going to be the last fish on the day, and even though this guy is out of season, it's still going to be a nice catch for me because it's the 4th species on the day and will complete my first Back Bay Kayak Grand Slam of 2025.
That's a top one.
Top.
Okay, so the final species is a tog or a blackfish, and I turned my head cam off instead of on, so I missed the close-up release, which was not so graceful anyways, so I feel we didn't really miss much. Alright, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and please consider supporting me by subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.